There is a quiet moment right now, almost hidden between your thoughts, where everything softens just enough for you to notice that you are not carrying this life alone. And in that gentle awareness, all of you listening now are being met with a presence that does not rush you, does not judge you, and does not ask you to be anything other than exactly where you are. Because I, Archangel Michael, come to stand beside you in this shared space. Not above you, not distant from you, but close enough for you to feel a calm strength settling around your heart, like a steady hand that reminds you that even in your uncertainty, you are supported, and even in your quiet struggles, you are seen. And perhaps some of you have been moving through days that feel unclear, where decisions seem heavy and your energy feels stretched thin. And you may have wondered if you are on the right path or if you have somehow lost your way. But understand this deeply now, dear ones gathered here. There is no moment in your life that is outside of divine awareness. There is no step that has gone unnoticed. And even what feels like confusion is often the space where new clarity is gently forming. Not forced, not rushed, but unfolding in its own perfect time. And I invite all of you to take a slow breath together, not to change anything, but simply to arrive more fully into this moment. Because within this breath, there is a quiet strength that belongs to you. A strength that has carried you through more than you sometimes remember. A strength that does not need to prove itself. It simply exists, steady and patient, waiting for you to recognize it again. And as you continue listening, allow your shoulders to soften just a little. Allow the weight you have been holding to loosen its grip, even if only slightly, because you are not meant to carry everything at once, and you are not expected to have all the answers today. And some of you may feel a deep desire for reassurance, a gentle sign that you are moving in the right direction, and this moment itself is that reassurance. This connection you feel right now is not random. It is a quiet alignment, a reminder that guidance often comes softly, not in loud declarations, but in calm realizations that settle into your awareness like a whisper you suddenly understand. And I am here to remind you that courage is not always loud or bold. Sometimes courage is simply choosing to continue, choosing to trust even when the path ahead is not fully visible, choosing to remain open when it would be easier to close your heart. And that kind of courage, the quiet kind, is deeply honored. It is seen, it is supported, and it is guiding you more than you realize. And as all of you listening now share this space together, there is a collective strength being created. A shared energy of calm and presence that extends beyond this moment and reaches into each of your lives in ways you may not immediately notice. And this is why it is gently important to allow this space to grow, because when messages like this are shared, when this calm is passed from one person to another, it creates a ripple of steadiness and reassurance that can reach someone who may be silently searching for exactly this feeling. And in this way, without effort or pressure, you become part of something that supports not only yourself, but others as well. And as we continue, I want you to notice how your inner world responds when you stop trying to solve everything at once, when you allow yourself to simply be present. Because within that presence, clarity begins to take shape naturally, like light slowly filling a room at dawn. Not all at once, but enough for you to see the next step. And that is all you need. You do not need the entire path revealed. You only need the next step. And that step will always be available to you when you are willing to meet it with calm awareness instead of pressure. And for those of you who have been feeling overwhelmed by expectations, whether from others or from within yourselves, understand that your worth is not measured by how much you accomplish in a day or how perfectly you navigate your challenges. Your worth is constant, unchanging, and deeply rooted in your very existence. And when you begin to remember this, even gently, even imperfectly, something begins to shift. The weight you carry becomes lighter, your thoughts become less harsh, and your path becomes less about proving and more about experiencing. And I stand with you in this shift, not to direct every step, but to support your strength as you rediscover it within yourself. And some of you may notice that as you listen, a quiet sense of peace begins to settle in places that once felt tense. And this is not something being given to you from outside. It is something being awakened within you. Something that has always been there, waiting for a moment like this to be felt again. And you are allowed to return to this feeling as often as you need. There is no limit, no condition, no requirement. Only a gentle invitation to reconnect. And as this message continues to flow, let it move through you without resistance, without the need to hold onto every Simply allow the feeling of calm strength to remain, because that is where the true guidance lives, not in the exact phrasing, but in the quiet shift it creates within you. And as you move forward from this moment into the rest of your day or your night, carry this awareness with you. Not as something heavy, but as something light, something steady, something that reminds you that you are supported even when you cannot see how, that you are guided even when you are unsure where you are going, and that you are never walking this path alone. And now, dear ones, allow yourselves to rest gently in this understanding. Let your breath become soft and natural. Let your thoughts slow without force, and trust that in this quiet space, everything that needs to unfold will do so in its own time, with grace, with patience, and with a steady presence that remains with you always.